Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out with promoter extraordinaire Frank Warren. As you can see behind us, it's the fight before Christmas, Saturday night at the Copper Box. What are we expecting to see from Daniel Dubois this time around?
Well, I'm hoping he continues to do what he's been doing his whole career, and certainly this year, to go out and make a statement in the heavyweight division. He's fighting a guy who's got a WBA ranking. He's also got a WBO ranking now, and I want him to hopefully stop him, look good doing it, and set himself up for a big year next year.
Talking of heavyweights, we saw a news break this week. Anthony Joshua offering Tyson Fury that he would spar him in preparation for Wilder. First thing that came to mind was he's nothing like Wilder.
Well, you said it. And secondly, what's the point of going sparring? Do the real thing in a ring. Yeah. That's what we've been trying to get it on for ages.
And talking of Fury, is February 22nd still locked in?
That's the proposed date, and there'll be an announcement next week.
Are you consciously guiding Dubois away from that route because Fury's likely to, or hopefully going to win the WBC belts? We're guiding him more towards the WBA and the WBO?
No, not at all. Depends what. I mean, they're going to fight a couple of times next year, Deontay and Tyson, so that's tied up. Anthony Joshua's been told he's got 2 mandatory defences, so all the top of the division is tied up. What I've got to do is guide and help to get Daniel into a number 1 position, a mandatory position. So the time these guys sort themselves out and see who's the best, that he can be challenge whoever that is by the end of the year.
You mentioned Joshua's position having the 2 mandatories caught at the same time, which is far from ideal. If you were in his team's position, his management team, how would you deal with the situation? Would you accommodate both? Would you give one of the belts up? What would you do?
I would try and sign for a unification fight with the winner of Tyson, which will be Tyson, against Wilder. I'll try and do that. I would go for that, and I don't think nobody would stand in the way of that. You know, money talks in boxing. You get some people to stand aside, or in that case, vacate one of them and just get on with the unification.
Yeah, because then you're putting the governing bodies under pressure to deny the fans an undisputed champion.
And I don't think they will do that. I think that common sense will prevail.
Before we let you go, just to mention on the chief support on Saturday night, Liam Williams against Atlantes Fox. For the purist, an incredible fight and an eliminator for a world title.
It's a tough fight for Liam. He's fighting this guy. He's 6'3", 6'4", Southport. He's a decent fighter. He's ranked number 1 in the world. And Liam is fighting for the chance to fight Andrade. So we've got him home advantage. He's now got to pull out all the stops and deliver.
And you said previously Daniel Dubois should be challenging for a world title, hopefully by the end of next year. Who do you see that being against?
I think it'd be Tyson. I think Tyson is the best heavyweight in the world. I agree with Ring Magazine. I'm not going to argue with Ring Magazine about it.
And if that does come together for the end of next year in the UK, will that be the biggest main event you've put on in the last decade?
It'd be a massive fight, wouldn't it? A new kid on the block against the governor. That's what we're looking to see. Tyson's by far the best heavyweight in the world, and it would be an intriguing fight.
Brilliant. Well, I better let you go and assist John Rawling in chairing his press conference, keeping everyone in line. But as always, really appreciate your time.
Dan, Merry Christmas to all your guys.